Alright, B-Bay40 back with another video, and I'm gonna show you another rare instance where Halt shows up in another room. Now let me cover ambush here first. What I recommend for ambush, if you notice I didn't open that last door. That way ambush just comes in, he just bounces in and out real quick, and you can hop out and hop back in. And ambush has gotten tougher these days, he comes quicker. See, I was able to stay in a locker for 2 passes. He came twice while I was still in the locker there. So, but what happened in this game is I got to the dock rooms at the end of the game, about door 90, and Halt was in there. And I show that here in this video, after we run across the garden area here. And I video him for, a few seconds where he runs back and forth several times, and I finally sneak past him when I get a chance. So, but this was very interesting. So it seems, and this is the second time I've seen Halt in a different room other than his usual long narrow hallway that he usually hides out in. And you see, this is like the first dark room, and here he is going back and forth. So I just stayed there and videoed him for a little bit, and then I started working my way through the room. I guess I wouldn't want to step in one of those traps while he's going back and forth like this, because he'll eventually get me if I did. So next time he comes out of that door on the right, I'm going to run behind him. So here he comes. I'm going to run around behind him and get around that little trap on the floor there. I still hit those darn things every now and then. I don't know if they're always in the same spot or if they kind of randomly appear in the room. I've never seen one over here by these lockers. Every time you go through a door, there's usually a couple of lockers that you can hide in if you need to, like if Rush comes. And a couple of times now I've had Rush come twice in the same room. Before I even got to the next door, he came 2 times. So I may step on one of the traps here. Usually about every other game, about half the time I make it to the end here, I usually end up stepping in one of these traps anyway. Sometimes I think I'm far enough away and I'm not. See how I'm using the candle went out? It's letting me know that an entity is around somewhere. And it was Rush coming. So if you can get a candle is very handy. Oh, there's eyes. Candle is very, very handy in letting you know if you're going to be in danger, if Rush is coming. So I'm happy when I find a candle on the way through. Now, for some reason, I don't remember why I didn't get the regen plant. I can't remember why. I think maybe in this particular game I may have bought the cross and didn't have enough coins to buy the key. But anyway, after we get through these rooms here, and I always try to stay, I tend to gravitate toward the right side. Maybe it's because I'm right-handed or right-brained, I don't know. But I like the right side. I know there's a locker about halfway. I'm near that locker about halfway. And there's a locker near the entrance, and on the other side after you go through the door, there's always 2 lockers here on the right. So whatever works, just keep following the same routine if you find a routine that works for you. Mine is just to stay on the right side. So I've switched my flashlight so I can see all the way across the room, see where the traps are, hopefully avoid them. There's one on the right there, I gotta watch out. I mean, a lot of times I think I'm far enough away from them, but for some reason I still end up stepping on them. So I try to give them a wider berth now, because it traps you for a few seconds, and you can get killed by Rush if you get trapped by one of these spikes that come up out of the floor, and you're sitting there like a dead duck for a few seconds at its mercy. So this is my routine when I go through the final room here, room 100. I always go over here and unlock this lock with a lockpick. I try to always remember to have a lockpick by the time I get to door 100. And then what I do when Figure comes down the stairs, I just run into that room. I run over to it standing up, and then when I get to the doorway, I crouch. So I crouch when I get over here, and then that helps me lose Figure. Figure loses track of me because I'm crouched. They just go all the way to the back of this room, and then I'll go over to the window and I'll stand up and watch. Wait for him to go back into those the back rooms there. It takes him a few seconds to get himself unstuck. He kind of like runs into the wall trying to catch me. He gets stuck in the wall for a few seconds. So now he's in there. Sometimes I might choose to go upstairs first or downstairs. Like I have a flashlight, a candle, and some lockpicks, and even some vitamins I could give to the entity down here. I call him Wormhole because he tends to suck things in and he spits it out in another location. So I usually give him lockpicks sometimes, but now lately if I have a flashlight, I give him the flashlight because the game seems to spawn a lot of batteries these days, a lot more than before. And a flashlight's very handy, especially when you get to the end. It lasts longer than a lighter. It's better than a lighter. So I think I decided, I'm going to go back down and get my lockpicks back. Because I usually end up finding lockpicks in the game too. As long as you have one when you get to the end. So I'm just going to give him my flashlight. I'll have that the next game I come back. I've been doing that lately. The past 4 or 5 games I played, I've just been giving him my flashlight. And I get that back at the beginning of the game. So I'm going to go upstairs first and see if there's any breakers laying around on the floor up here before I go deal with the figure. And I found as many as 3 up here one time. But there might be only 1 or 2. This time there wasn't any. So all the breakers are downstairs in that area where figure is right now. So I gotta go. There's 3 small side rooms. It's like shaped like a rectangle with a pathway in between, the long side. Takes you from one side to the other. But there's 3 rooms that most of the breakers usually end up in those rooms, but a lot of them sometimes end up outside the rooms in the hallways. So you really gotta, and if you wait, use the guiding light to your advantage. You can wait about 45 seconds to a minute, and they'll all start to glow. Plus they all ring. They have a ring to them. See the glowing now. Then they have a ring. You can hear them ringing like the books in the library or keys in a drawer. They all have a ring to them that you can hear. I was seeing a guiding light over there, but I think it's for... I guess I got that one that was on the top shelf. You can see the guiding light underneath there? There's one in that room, so I can go over here to the right. Get the ones in here. Looks like I got 5 now, 6. I gotta get 4 more. They may be in that last room or out in the hallways. I gotta see if I can track them down. Yeah, the candle's nice for those last dock rooms at the end of the game, like doors 90 through 99. Because, like I said, it warns you. If there's any entity around that could harm you, it will go out. So if rush is coming, it'll go out and let you know that rush is coming. Or if you get screech on your back, it'll go out and let you know, oh, I heard figure coming, so I gotta come back and get those later. We'll get the ones inside here first. Now, so far, I've only been killed 1 time in these little side rooms. And I'm not sure what happened because I was all the way back in the corner. It's like figure just reached through the wall and grabbed me at one time. And there he goes. He's walking away. So I'm going to go over here and grab these 2. And then head upstairs. Head over to the utility room and do the puzzle now. I've got all 10 of these. Oh, he seemed like he may have been on my tail, so I just took a pill. Took a vitamin to get away from him. And when you put these breakers in, this is funny what happens to him every time. He does his little dance. Jumps out a window to get away from the fire. So now to do the puzzle. First time is very slow and easy. It's usually always at least 4 numbers, maybe as many as... The last one is usually about 6 numbers. They give you 5 and then you have to figure out the 6th one. So that time was 5 numbers. Second round, 9, 6, 1, 10. So all the ones that light up, you have to trip those breakers. And 4. So it's 5 numbers again. Now last one's going to be faster, so you have to keep up. You got 5, 3, 6, 1, and 4. Now the next time it's going to do this, it'll show you one number that it didn't show you before. It'll show you the hidden number. So you have to remember the ones that you did first. And it turned out that 9 was the new one. If you remember those first 5 that you tripped, try to remember those, go over them in your brain. And then when you see another one that's different than any of those 5, then that's the one that you have to trip for the last number. If you remember that little trick, you'll be able to get through the end there. Once you get those first 5, you have to get them on the first try though, because the second try, one of those will disappear and you'll get the new number that'll replace it. So you have to be able to get it. And this is an alt that I have, an alt avatar I was using because I wanted to go back. I'm going to do a video on using the cross on all the different entities to show you what it looks like when you hit them all with the cross. And I had already done some on my regular main avatar, but I forgot to record it. So I'm having to go back and do it with a different avatar so I can start fresh. So that might be in the next video I'm going to do, is a video showing you all using the cross on all the different entities. I've only got a couple left to do. I've already got quite a few. So anyway, check back. Check out any new videos that are coming up. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you watching this one. Hope it helps you get past the end, and let me know if you end up seeing Halt yourself in a different room. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye.